Hi, everybody. It's been a minute since I've been live, but I wanted to get on here to face my fears. And what exactly is my fears of being live? Because you don't know what's going to come out. But, anyways, today I wanted to talk about trusting the process. Oh my goodness. So, I'm sorry, I have to fix this. Is what I'm talking about. We're going live. Let's fix my shirt. Okay, so I had a conversation with my brother yesterday, and I was telling him what I've been going through and what God has been like literally teaching me about myself and just life in general. And what I mean by life in general is that do you guys ever have those moments where you'd be like, I had planned my life, like I wanted to be here. I wanted it to look like this, and I feel like I deserve it, right? And then you look at your life and you be like, this is not it. This is not it. Um, but I think it's also because, okay, so just to get back to that experience, um, I always had a problem with trusting the journey. And I could say, um, what do I mean by that? It's more of like, you we have to go through things. We do. We have to go through things to build our character. We have to go through things to see where our faith is. We have to go through things to test our faith. And I did not want to go through that process. I wanted to just already get there. So I wanted to get it without having to go through the process of getting it. And I felt like literally, why not? But God, like, literally brought me down and was like, no, no, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. What works is you have to go through the fire, you have to deal with it. You can't run from it because if you run from it, you're saying something, right? Like you feel like in his word, he says he will equip you. And I guess like this is a part where you really have to apply his word and trust in his word. And to me, like going through life, like I'm like, okay, Lord, the Lord is going to equip me. Like the Lord has me. Like I have this knowledge, but everything I went through, I really felt like I went through it alone, right? And so when you do go through things and the pain that you take on or the anxiety that you take on, you hold on to it and you're just like, okay, I don't want to go through this anxiety anymore. So I'm going to protect myself from it. I don't want to go through this pain anymore. So I'm going to protect myself and not go through it again. And so when you do things like that, you create walls. And of course, you create these walls to protect yourself. And I've always talked to people and clients in general. It's like if you do that, if you create these walls, then you also you protect yourself from the good people that's out there. And sometimes if you don't have anyone guiding you and people you can trust in, then like you do only have yourself to be like, yeah, I have to protect myself from hurting people out there because there's a lot of selfish people out there. But for me in general and having the relationship that I have with God, God is like, no, honey, like, no, daughter, I'm here to protect her. And sometimes um, God has you to go through things where you don't want to do it or face things you don't want to face. And for me, it's like, Lord, I don't want to face it because I don't want to deal with that pain because that pain was a lot. But then he takes you back there to that pain to show you that it doesn't have control over you anymore. Finding an identity in Christ, finding who I am, I realized that like the majority of the pain I went through, not the, well, yes, the heartache that I went through wasn't me. It was the other person, right? Like, it's like their issues that I took on because I'm like, oh, something's wrong with me. And so when God took me back there to that spot, I was like, oh wow, like, like, wow, like, I that pain that I went through, that the pain that I took on, that caused me to have this huge wall up, wasn't even my fault. Like, and mind you, a lot of the times is, like, when people get hurt, it's not really their fault majority of the time. But when he did take me back to that pain, and it was like, you know, I'm with you. I will help you. So the difference is, when I give God my pain, we process it. We go through it, um and he lets me see, like, okay, this is the cause of it. But if it was me protecting myself, I internalize it, and, like, I'll say, oh, it's something that I must have did wrong, or I'm never going to trust again, because you can't trust people out here. And so you create a wall that well, let me tell you why it's bad to have these walls. Because again, it hides you from who God created you to be, and you put on another persona, right? You put on this person who doesn't like to open up to people, or you don't trust a person who's trustworthy. Um and so for me, trusting the process is me trusting the process that God is putting me through, allowing me to go through things that's humbling me, that's showing my character, and also showing me who showing me what I thought I had and I didn't have. And I will have to admit that, like, I feel like love is loving someone like Christ loves is hard. Because love is, I'll say these three ones, like, love is kind, love is patient, love doesn't boast. And I literally, and this is one of the humbling things that God has shown me about myself, is that I don't have as much patience as I thought I had for people. I don't. I thought I did. But no, he showed me. He said no. If I called you to love on a person, and things don't go as you hoped they would go, or planned, or whatever, and you're ready to just back out of it, then you're not doing what I'm telling you to do, which is love, right? And love in a way that God says to love is so hard. And I was like, I'm such a loving person. Well, I guess I'm not. No, I'm just playing. What I mean by that is, like, the way that God tells us to love. I need to still build my character on that. Looks like, huh? No, which is what reason why I believe that God is putting me through things, so that I can genuinely learn to have patience with people. Like, I get it. Not everybody is the same way. We are different people. We don't do things like Jay does them, or whomever. Like, we're all different, and He has called me to love people where they are, and if they want to change, then I can help them with that. But no, but no, I am definitely learning to trust that process, and also learning to trust the process of what it takes to be healed, what it takes to be a businesswoman. You guys, that's a lot of work too. Um, it's a lot of work to own your own business, and I have to say that it is a process to get where you want to be. A lot of people show the glitz and glams of it, but we don't know the process of getting there. We don't know what they had to give up, what they had to sacrifice. And in this case, I'm really meaning, like, family time. What else do you sacrifice when you, like, see, for me? and I'm gonna cut this live short. But for me, like I value family and I value my time. And so like business work gets in the way of that. And so um God was telling me like, Jay, if you want to be where you want to be, you have to do the process to get there. Like no one's gonna get you there but yourself, right? So God's just been really humbling me with that because I'm like, well, why aren't I where I want to be right now? And the majority of it is because I don't want to do the work. Um, I don't want to go through the process. I just want to be there already. So he also said that about love too. Like love is a process. Like you're not gonna just be there. You have to get there. Uh, and so yeah, so I just wanted to share that, go live about like really trusting the process. I did create a video on that as well. Did I go in depth about it? I think I did because I said I was going to do a live. So here I am talking about a little bit more about my journey to the process. Oh, so until next time, y'all, have a blessed one. Bye.